feel like I'm centered. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about the classics I'm looking forward to reading in 2020. I'm going to focus a lot of my energy on a small section of classics so I can get them read, get them done, because I believe a big opportunity in 2020 was I didn't read as many classics as I normally would. So I want to kind of get back on track with that. So this is going to be a mix of more modern classics and contemporary classics and classics, if that made sense. Let's go. So first on the list is going to be Swans Way by Proust. I actually know absolutely nothing about this. I picked this up solely on a whim because there was a sale at a bookstore. It was 3 for $10 and I saw this, and I don't think I've ever read any Proust, so I figured now's the time to start. But there's a little biscuit, there's a little cup of tea. I am ready, I am willing, and I'm really excited because obviously very world-renowned, beloved author. I'm excited to see what it's all about. Next on the list we have Illette by Charlotte Bronte. Honestly, I'm a really big fan of the Bronte sisters. I know that they certainly are a mixed bag for most people. Some like a bit of their work, some like none at all, but I, however, am a fan and I'm really excited. I think this is going to round off all of the Bronte works. I haven't read it, but I'm really excited to get it going and finish off the entire repartee of the Bronte sisters. Then, of course, we have A Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess. I have read this a long time ago when I was maybe 17 or 18. I can't quite recall, but it's about time I did a reread because I'm sure I could take a lot more from it now than I did previously. So this had to be on the list for the year of 2021. And it's a small little read, so I figure maybe during a weekday after work, I can just pick away at it on one of my more like slow snow days or something like that. Next on the list, I have Don Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes. Of course, this had to be on it. I have read this once in my life as well, but I wanted a reread. I wanted especially to focus this year on Latinx authors, so Don Quixote had to be on there. I think I would find a lot more humor. A lot of it wouldn't go over my head as easily because the last time I read this, I was in high school. I'm hoping to take more from it this time, and I'm really excited with this cute little edition because I remember really enjoying this book, but for the life of me, I couldn't really tell you specifics about it anymore because I'm 27 and it pains me to say it was over 10 years ago that I read this now. Next on the list, I have Emma by Jane Austen. I wanted to do the reread before indulging in the adaptation, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that this afternoon while I clean our apartment. So unfortunately it won't be for that, but I have read all of Jane Austen's works before and I'm just excited to give Emma another reread. Emma is hilarious. It's one of my favorite Jane Austen novels, coming second only to Pride and Prejudice, which is a little cliche, but honestly, that's how I feel. Emma is a young woman who plays matchmaker while ultimately not really knowing what she's doing with her own life, which is super relatable, and I just think that is so funny, and I cannot wait to dive back into another Jane Austen story. And last but not least, I decided to put a modern classic on this list, and this is The Time of the Butterflies by Julia Alvarez. This is the last Alvarez I have to read before I have read her entire set of works. I really love everything I have read from her, and I'm excited to delve into this one. I believe in this one we are following the 4 butterfly sisters, 3 of which are killed by a dictator. The official report of their deaths is they crashed off a cliff and it was an accident, and a tragic one at that. However, the fourth butterfly sister believes that it was something a little more nefarious having to do with the DR dictator at the time. So I'm really excited to read this. It is a work of fiction, but based on a true story. So very excited to give this a go and finally catch up and have read all of the Alvarez. I think actually in saying that I have to read Afterlife, which is her newest work, but really excited to give this a go and support more Latinx authors. So that is everything for today. I hope you enjoyed or got some inspiration of some classics, whether it be modern or otherwise, that you would want to partake in this year. I'm very excited for everything on the list, and thank you for watching. I hope you have a fantastic week and or weekend, and I will see you in my next video.